Hey, good morning folks. Steve with Mount Comfort RV here, and today let's talk about our Coachmen Freelander 28DS. Obviously, let's start up in the front. We've got this on the Chevy engine. People ask Chevy to Ford. Bottom line, Chevy's a big V8, Ford's a small V10. Chevy's got a little bit more horsepower, Ford's got a little bit more torque, so you know, potato to potato, depends on your preference. I don't think you can go wrong with either. Moving along to the side, you'll notice, you'll see we have the slides in, slide toppers on this model. Does have a 4,000 watt generator under here. All right, obviously Cummins zoning, feeds off the 55 gallon gas tank. Once you get down to a quarter, it's not going to start on you, so you don't get stranded. All right, a little bit of storage under here, good utilization of space by Coachmen, and that's one of the things they always excel at, we notice, on anything we get in from them, is how well they make inside, outside, every little piece of storage count. And they do use that with steel as opposed to rotocast plastic that's quite a bit weaker. You see under here, you've got your 30 amp power supply. Your gray and your black are ducted in very nicely to one part, so you don't have to have two different hoses, or at least use the Y. Fuel tank's on the left hand side. You have city water connection, your freshwater tank connection, and then of course your cable connection as well. And then a little bit more storage, and this is actually something, if you can see that door over there, this is a little bit of pass-through storage underneath while you have a slide out in the bedroom, which is unique and very nice. Just, you know, taking a look all the way through the back. We did have it come in with the rear window. Do have a bumper, of course, you know. You've got the ladder to check the roof when you need to, and a backup camera for one of those times that you don't have someone to spot you. One thing that is really, really nice on this one, the best I've seen, when it comes to awnings, you got this much space to the end, and then all the way up to the very front. So when this awning is out, it's the entire coach. And you'll see here, pass-through storage underneath there for some of the smaller things, and then they open it up there as well. More storage under there, and it kind of dips, actually goes up to give you more because they had the space to do it. Here you go, some people really like this. Outside TV with stereo system. So under that huge awning, you can watch your favorite game at nighttime or a good movie. And we'll go front even a little bit more. And just a wee little bit more storage under here, and then we have propane up there. And before we hop inside, just want to point out, Coachmen utilizes Azdel composite side panels, and what that tells you, instead of having a 1/8 inch wood Luan backer that's going to rot if it gets wet, you've got composite material behind here for this fiberglass to adhere to. It's stronger, it's got better R value, and the best thing is it's nearly 100% impervious to water. We've had this stuff soaking for 5 years in a jar inside. It's not missing a lick. So wonderful part. I don't think I'd ever touch anything that's got an engine in unless it had Azdel in it. But let's go inside and take a look. All right, now we're inside the 28DS Freelander. Let's kind of start up with the cab at front. One thing to really kind of consider, well, first off, let me start off with, you see your Jensen's stereo system set up there. And that's also when you're backing up or you're driving down the road, or whenever you want to turn it on, your backup camera will show you there. And you've also got your rear mirror there, and a lot of people actually like that so they can see what's going on back here, because that's what they're used to with their regular vehicle. One thing to notice here with the Chevy, you do get 6 inches more clearance up front in the cab area as opposed to a Ford. I don't know why. It's just the way they're built a little bit different. So if you are tall, or you know, you have some knee problems, you need a little bit more space, Chevy might be something to look into. And I'm not trying to, you know, root for Chevy. I own a Ford truck anyways, but like I said out there, a potato, you know, how much does it matter? It just depends on the person. But starting to look up here, obviously you have your cab overhead bunk, just like all Class C's. Cabinetry up top, it goes all the way through. Nice 62-inch wide sofa, turns into a jackknife. And you also have night shades. And if you'll take a look over here to your dinette, they've got the TV, DVD player here. And what I really like is this TV, you're going down the road, kids want to watch TV, you can still watch it. It's not hidden behind a slide or anything. And if you zoom in on this countertop, I know this sounds really silly, but RVs, you know, they're not like your house where, you know, it's climate and temperature controlled. It might be temperature controlled, but it's still, you know, if you're in a building, but there's still humidity to play with. And if you have a T-edge or a self-edge countertop, it can really play with that and start to open things up a little bit. And Coachmen started doing fully encapsulating their countertop, so it's a man-made solid surface. And while it looks good, it's lightweight. The best thing about it is it traps all that moisture to the outside and doesn't let any of it inside, so that water's not going to be able to play with it. And if you see that from a lot of people, they're just going to put it in the kitchen, but Coachmen puts it throughout, from their dinette table to their sinks in the bathroom, and of course the kitchen as well. Speaking of the kitchen, let's take a look here. You have a nice big double bowl sink, a little bit of counter space over here, and what they did is they said forget the oven, we're not going to need that, at least, you know, when we ordered it, because, you know, we see a lot of pots and pans on trade-ins anyways in those, so we know they're not really used for cooking much. But you get two nice big drawers with nice high-end drawer catches there, so they don't end up opening up down the road. I'm a big fan of that. And obviously, if you didn't notice, you know, on the floors, no carpet, which is a wonderful thing. Up front, I'm sorry, I missed something. Can we pan around there again? You'll see some snaps here. We did order this in with a curtain, so if you want to block this off at nighttime, you can, to stop you know, anybody from seeing it if you don't want them to. Taking a look in here in your bathroom area, I'm going to shut this door so you can see how much area you would have if you would use the area to its, you know, completely. Sorry about that. Because the sink's on the outside, so if somebody wants to take a shower, you can still use the sink, or somebody can walk through here and use the, you know, use the bed if they need to. You know, the sink's not a real personal thing, while the shower and the commode definitely are. If you want to take a look at the shower. And then taking a look at the bedroom. A lot of times when you get an east-west bed in an RV, put on these shades here, kind of block some of the light so we don't get a lot of glare. When you get an east-west bed in a Class C, you lose a lot of, you know, pass-through storage underneath. Well, with this one, what they've done is they have given you more closet space, but they've elevated the slide out so you can get a lot of that pass-through storage underneath while still keeping a whole lot of space for clothing, because you've got that, you've got under here, you can put shoes there, and I mean, that's all the way through. And one thing that I really like are the nightstands. They've done a good job with that. Alright, so anyways, hope you like this 28DS. If you're looking for a dual slide small Class C, you know, at a great price, please give us a call. I'm answering questions you have, and I hope you have a good day and enjoy the springtime.